fellow book lovers, my name's Anna and this is Bluebell and Joe. I'm a mother who's passionate about children's books. My daughter also loves books when she's not swapping them for sweeties. So today's video is something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you a bundle of books that I bought off eBay for just £2.99. Now they were advertised as a small bundle of damaged vintage children's books, and my plan is to completely pull them apart and take out all the pictures that I like and use them for crafting projects. Now there are so many different things that you can do with these pictures, from journaling, making your own cards, decorating treasure boxes, also things like using them as place settings for a kid's party or something like that. The list goes on, there's so many things that you can do. So let me show you. So we'll start here with Animal Friends. Now this book shows the very sweet and endearing and sometimes unlikely friendships of all these different farm animals. As you can see, the illustrations are very cutesy and gentle. You've got a sheep and a donkey here sharing a drink, and a mama bird with her baby birds. So as you can see, it sort of has completely fallen apart, but that really doesn't matter to me because I will be getting my craft knife out. And you can see, for example, a perfect way to make a little Easter card here. You can cut out these bunny rabbits and the lamb. And anyone that likes cats, I mean, who won't love that? And look at this lovely one here with the foxgloves. So a really sweet one there. And here we have a sort of rhyming book, Wee Willie Winkie's board book. And it's sort of the Mother Goose style rhymes. There's only a portion of each rhyme per page, but look how gorgeous this illustration is. So I'd definitely be cutting around her. And, you know, one can even use this to create your own little storyboard book as well. You can shamelessly just nab illustrations from all sorts of places, totally disconnected, and just make up a story with your child. I think that would be a great idea. Now, the condition of this one isn't so great. As you can see, a child's had a good old time with a crayon there, but I don't think that matters, and I might even try and see if there's a way I can get this off. But you know, also this is still usable, so I'm not fussed at all about the dodgy condition of some of this. I paid £2.99 for the whole lot, so you get what you pay for, but I'm actually thrilled because there's so much that is usable. So that's this one, Wee Willie Winkie. Now then we have this book, Mother and Child. I think this book is Dutch, actually. I checked on the back and it was printed in Holland. So now I do have a slight issue with the illustrations here. I think they are a little bit Disney and cartoony. You know, some of the animals are very eyelashy and do you know what I mean? But again, it doesn't matter because I will take what I want from it. I can even just use the mushrooms there if I like. So this just shows a mother and child in the animal world. So a cow and her calf, a nanny and her kid. So it is actually quite a useful learning resource for your child. Yeah, this is probably my least favourite page. I mean, I just don't know. They kind of give me the creeps a bit. But as I say, you know, I can use the flowers here, and that's the joy of paying so little for these books. You can just rip them apart and not even worry about it. Then we have this book here, A Look with Mother book, all about pets. This is probably the book that's in the worst condition. There are a couple of pages that I'd say, you know, could be a bit of a write-off. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of split in half, isn't it? Look at those gorgeous birds there. Now, this is really charming. It feels like pre-war in terms of its style and its feel when you look at the pictures of the children especially. Look how gorgeous that is with that parrot. So it's very gentle, very nostalgic, and I prefer this kind of more realistic style. Oh dear, poor rabbits have been crayoned. And look how gorgeous that is. I mean, again, for an Easter card, any kind of seasonal themes that you've got going on. Some of these might even be, you know, good to frame. You never know. If you know someone who has a dog who's like this, what a perfect gift, you know, to make a card for them with featuring this dog here. Then we have this little number here. It feels a little bit like there's quite a few pages missing out of this book, but not a bother. So Fun with Our Toys, and again, very charming, very gentle, and it's all pictures of children playing outside with animals and with their toys as well. It's definitely, as you can see, a bit more bold in its colouring. Judging by the children's outfits, I think this probably isn't English originally. I think maybe we're looking at Austrian or maybe Dutch again. I don't know if the person I bought this bundle from has any associations with Holland, but there seems to be a bit of a Dutch theme when you look on the back and try and investigate. Printed in Holland, you see. Anyway, so another good one that I can take some pictures from. Then we have this lovely book, 10 Little Pussycats. Now the condition is, yes, pretty poor, but all the pages are here and you can still read the story very clearly. And I must say the rhyming is really fantastic. So it counts down from 10, 9, 8, 7 all the way to 0 pussycats. And it just shows the games and the antics of these naughty little kittens. I can't really turn the pages without the whole thing collapsing. This obviously isn't usable here, but never mind, this side is. Anyway, so as you can see, it really captures the spirit of these kittens, and it's obviously good for learning as well about counting down. And it's just very fun and playful, so I think I'm going to have a really good time taking some of these images and doing some crafting. So those are all the books that came in that bundle that I mentioned, and then separately to that I did also buy this book on eBay. So this is by the well-known Danish author Hans Christian Andersen, and he wrote some 160 fairy tales, things from The Ugly Duckling to The Little Mermaid, The Princess and the Pea, so many that we know and love. In this particular book we have a Thumbkin, which we might know better as Thumbelina, and the Swineherd, the 6 Swans and the Emperor's New Clothes. Now the pictures in here are stunning, and that's why I bought it. I also love the fact that we learn up here that it was a gift, a Christmas gift back in 1953. I just think that's gorgeous. It gives it such a kind of provenance. Even if it's someone else's trash now, I still think this is a bit of a treasure. So I think I'm still going to be a little bit brutal with this book and cut it up, because look at this. So that's from Thumbkin, and as you can see she's being dressed up here by the other animals to get ready for her marriage. I think it's to the fairy prince. And I intend to frame all of these pictures because they are extremely well done. Here's another one here. And here. I mean, look at these costumes. They are just gorgeous. This might also be a really interesting resource if your child is in any way fascinated by changing garments throughout history. This is from the Swineherd, the lovely piggy down there. I mean, the composition of these pictures as well is really spectacular. You know, there's depth, there's action, there's a sort of energy and a feel. It really captures a perfect moment in the fairy tale. The colour palette on this I just think is absolutely stunning, all purples and mauves, really gentle and soft. And again, there's a sort of nostalgia, a Renaissance kind of quality to a lot of these faces, very angelic and gentle. This great fun one is from The Emperor's New Clothes, and again you're in a different timeline, so you can look at all the powdered wigs and the bonnets and all the poofy froofy skirts that the ladies would wear. Now, one thing that you can't tell in this book, or maybe you almost can, the pages do feel gorgeous and old, and it has that smell that only old books have. So it really is just gorgeous and dusty and a really visceral experience looking at this book. I mean, as I'm talking, part of me feels like, oh, I can't rip this up, but I just would love to get a whole series of these in frames, and I think it would be a wonderful way to decorate a nursery or just to even have in your home anywhere. Let me know in the comments down below what you would do, any crafting ideas that you'd have for some of these books and pictures. Now obviously I can't leave any links below to any of these books. Most of them, I believe, in fact all of them are out of print. But what I would encourage you to do is go on eBay yourself and have a look at other people selling these damaged vintage job lots, and you'll be really impressed with the kind of things that you can find, and I hope this has given you some inspiration. So thank you and see you soon.